Welcome. Tonight we're doing something a little different. We are going inside one of the UK's most talked about online casinos. We've got our hands on a full professional audit of Pink Casino, and we're about to see what's really going on behind that elegance facade. All right, let's dive right in. And that really does set the tone for what we found, doesn't it? It feels like some places just decide to operate on a completely different level. But the big question is it all just for show? You know what they say, first impressions count for everything. Most places, they just throw a bunch of numbers at you right away. But this is different. It's a first-class gesture that honestly feels less like some generic bonus and more like a proper, genuine welcome. Now, what's so interesting here isn't just the number, 50. It's the choice of game. 50 free spins on Big Bass Splash. I mean, come on. That's a seriously popular, high-quality slot. This feels less like a random offer and more like a curated entry point for someone who actually appreciates a good game, right from the start. Whoa, hold on a second. A curated entry point? I love the fancy phrasing, I really do, but our audit is all about the real value, right? Spins are great, but the community always asks the same thing. What hoops do I have to jump through? Let's cut to the chase and talk wagering. That is an excellent and very necessary question. For anyone out there who's not familiar, a wagering requirement is basically the set of conditions that, other places attach to their offers. It means you have to bet a certain amount of your own money. We're talking 30, even 40 times the bonus value, before you can even think about withdrawing your winnings. It's the number one complaint we hear from players, and frankly, it's a huge pain. Which brings us to the most crucial point. Here, there is no wagering requirement. It's just beautifully simple. What you win from those spins, you keep. It's paid out in cash, no hoops, no complex terms you need a lawyer to decipher. It's just yours. And in this industry, let me tell you, that isn't just good, it is the absolute gold standard for fairness. And the audit confirms it really is that straightforward. You get a full week to opt in through your My Offers page. You deposit and play through just £10 on any of their casino games, and boom, those 50 cash value spins are credited. It is completely transparent. Exactly. And that transparency, it extends to where it really matters most, getting your money. See, a casino's real VIP service isn't about flashy graphics. It's about how quickly and how easily you can actually get paid. So let's head over to the cashier's cage. And look at this. For modern payment methods, we're talking PayPal, Apple Pay, or a Visa Direct card, you're looking at withdrawal times of under 2 hours. That is incredibly fast. Our audit confirmed they consistently hit these speeds. It's seriously impressive performance. And the fine print is just as clean. The minimum for both deposits and withdrawals is a standard £10. But here's the critical part. Our audit found zero. That's right, zero transaction fees attached. What you withdraw is what you actually get. No hidden cuts anywhere. All right, now for the main event. Let's head out onto the gaming floor. Because a great welcome and fast payouts, that's all fundamental, but the real heart of the experience is the entertainment itself. And the scale here is just immense. We are talking over 2,800 slot titles. The sheer variety is staggering. You've got games from all the big names, Netton to Pragmatic Play, plus all these smaller, really interesting independent studios too. Yeah, and the audit specifically noted it's not just about the slots. There is a massive, dedicated lobby just for bingo fans, with pretty much every variety you can think of. Plus, it has one of the largest Slingo collections available anywhere in the UK market, so they are clearly not just focused on one type of player. But it's not just about the number of games. As impressive as that is, there is an exclusive feature here that really takes the entire experience up to a whole other level. It adds this layer of excitement almost every single spin you make. And here is the brilliant part. It is so incredibly accessible. For an extra 9 pence on your spin, that's less than you'd leave as a tip, you can opt in for a chance at something extraordinary. And that 9 pence opt-in, it gives you a shot at the mega jackpot, which often climbs over £15 million. It just turns a regular, everyday spin into a potentially life-changing moment. The difference between that tiny little stake and that massive prize is just, it's incredible. So, we've seen the welcome, we've tested the banking, and we have explored the games. I think it's time we step back and deliver the final verdict from our professional audit. What is the bottom line? Well, from my perspective, the pros here are huge. That no wagering rule, as we said, it's the gold standard for a reason. And the gigantic jackpot, that's a fantastic, unique feature. But we have to be balanced. What did you find on the downside? Well, our audit did find that for existing, long-term players, there are fewer ongoing promotions compared to other casinos owned by the same parent company. It's a fair point for a seasoned player to keep in mind. So I suppose this is our final thought. We've looked at all the data, and it really seems like the whole philosophy here is about clarity and fairness, rather than these flashy, complicated offers you see everywhere else. Which really leads to the big question, doesn't it? In an industry that's just full of hidden rules and tiny print, maybe this is what true transparency actually looks like.